Clara Shortridge Fultz Courthouse, downtown Los Angeles, August 17th, 2016. Judge Gustavo N. Stryker, Superior Court, Department 48, Room 7-302.
Mr. Mizuraka,
Yes,
you
sir.
want to return at 1:30 p.m. We're not going to have time to get to your case. Your case will be the first one we call at 1:30 p.m. Thank
Okay.
you.
Yeah, I'd like to file with the clerk.
Not yet, not until he calls you.
Yeah. Just wait till we call your case, sir. We'll call your case at 1:30 p.m. You will order to return. This court is now.
Yeah, I don't understand that in other courthouses I'm able to file the proper paperwork before I even enter into court.
You need to just wait and come back at 1:30 p.m. This court is now. Thank you.
Is there a policy paper or something that I could read? It says I have to wait.
Library.
It's like me telling you something, and then when you're asking me a question,
Yeah,
I
you can
deny
go to
your
the library.
question and tell you to go on your way. You wouldn't respect that, would you?
I'm letting you know the courtroom is closed already. Everybody's going to return at 1:30.
Fucking bastard ass system, man. Can't wait till it burns. It will. Treating people like shit. Fucking racist ass system.
Mr. Mizuraka is appearing without a lawyer this time. People are being represented by Mr. Quintero. Sir, I see that you would like to represent yourself. I have a few questions for you. You understand, sir, that it is you are charged with a criminal offense here, petty theft. You understand that?
No, sir.
You don't. All right. Well, there it is. You understand that it is often unwise to represent yourself in criminal matters.
Why would that be, Your Honor?
It's just a question. I'm not here to explain anything.
I don't, no. I don't understand that.
I can't allow you to represent yourself if you don't understand that it is unwise to represent yourself in criminal matters. What level of education do you have, sir?
I'm in college right now, sir.
Where is that?
At Los Angeles City College, Hollywood, Santa Monica Boulevard in Vermont.
Are you a high school graduate?
Yes.
You understand that if you represent yourself, you won't be given any special privileges or assistance. You'll be held to the same high standards that all lawyers are held to who have college degree as well as an additional graduate degree in law. You understand that?
Yes.
And understanding that, you understand that you will be held to the same time standards as all lawyers are held to?
What do you mean by time standards?
You held to the same exact.
I looked everywhere. I didn't find any limits on time anywhere.
Listen, it doesn't appear that you're prepared to represent yourself. Your answers to my questions are not adequate. Would you like me to refer you to the public defender's office?
No, sir.
Well, I'm going to have to do that anyways. It is my understanding that you have refused
Yes, sir.
Do you understand everything that was written on this form?
There was 4 items I didn't understand. They're the ones that don't have my initials.
The one is that says, I understand that if I act as my own attorney, it will be necessary for me, without the assistance of a professional attorney, to follow all the requirements of criminal law, criminal procedure, the law of evidence, and the rules of court. Do you not understand that?
Yes, when it speaks about all the criminal procedure. So, for instance, if I'm up here exercising my constitutional rights and you decide to maybe get offended by that and issue a contempt on me, is that part of the criminal procedure?
Sir, I'm not here to educate you on the law or give you any assistance whatsoever. I'm here to determine whether or not you are capable of representing yourself. So you don't have, do you understand?
I understand the law. I understand the codes, the statute. I understand that. But when it references criminal procedure, I mean, that's a broad statement. What is
It's all
it?
criminal procedure.
So it includes the Constitution, it includes the statutes, it includes everything, right?
Everything.
Okay, I understand it.
Right. You understand that you will not, if you ask for additional money over the amount granted by the court, you must use that money only for defense and will be required to keep and show court receipts for anything that you've purchased with that money?
Yes.
Now, you've raised the issue of contempt of court already once. I see that you have not checked off box number L. I put your initials next to it, which says, I understand that misconduct occurring outside the courtroom may also result in restriction or termination of my right to act as my own attorney. I also understand that acting as my own attorney will not shield me from disciplinary actions while within the jail. You're not in jail right now. And that I will be subject to the same disciplinary measures as all other inmates. You're not in jail, so let me just ask you this. Do you understand that that you'll be required to treat the court with the respect that any other lawyer is required to treat the court with? If the court allows you to represent yourself?
I do conditionally on if there's a policy or some rules that are on a document somewhere that says specifically what's misconduct within the court. Is there anything that exists, like a set of rules?
Sir, I'm not here to educate you. I've told you.
No, I'm not asking for education. I'm just asking for the rules.
I'm not answering your question, sir. I'm here to determine whether or not you can represent yourself.
Absolutely, I can represent myself. But I need to understand what the rules of the game are.
Well, that's all right. Let me take a look at one other thing before I ask you some more questions. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back, sir.
Okay.
Right now. Once he comes out, you can come back.
So we're all witnessing he left the bench, right? Okay. Just want to put that on record.
Please come forward, Mr. Ms. Rocker. record in Mr. Mizrachi's case. Please listen carefully and respond appropriately to these questions. Mr. Mizrachi, you are hereby advised that self-representation is almost an unwise choice and will not work to your advantage. You will not be helped or treated with special leniency by the court or the prosecutor. You will be held to the same standards of conduct as any attorney. Furthermore, if you wish to represent yourself, you will not be able to claim later that you made a mistake or that you received ineffective assistance from counsel. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Thank you. It is the court's recommendation that you not act as your own attorney and that you accept court-appointed counsel. The court is prepared to appoint an attorney on your behalf. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. You understand that the court's advisement is still that you not represent yourself. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And understanding all that, do you still wish to represent yourself?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me ask you some other questions. If you understand it, you were charged with petty theft in violation of Penal Code Section 484 and 490.2 as misdemeanor. It's commonly known as petty theft. Do you understand, Mr. Quintero, what's the maximum exposure on a petty theft?
6 months to county jail, $1,000 fine, Your Honor.
All right, you understand that the maximum confinement in jail is 6 months in jail and $1,000 fine. Do you understand that?
No, Your Honor. Are you asking me about the punishment or consequence, or are you asking me the entirety of what you just spoke about?
Worst case scenario, if you were to lose, the greatest punishment that could be imposed upon you is 6 months in the county jail and $1,000 fine. Do you understand that?
I understand the punishment. I don't understand what I'm being charged with.
Are you being charged with petty theft, stealing? Do you understand that?
I don't understand that.
If you don't understand that, I cannot allow you to represent yourself. What don't you understand about that?
I don't understand what jurisdiction I'm being tried under. Is it a common law jurisdiction or is it an admiralty law? I don't know which jurisdiction. And I would like to know so I could plead, but I have to know which jurisdiction I'm in first.
You're in the jurisdiction of the state of California.
And what law is that under?
Don't ask any other questions in that regard. You understand that you can expect no special treatment or advice from the court?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that your lack of legal skills and the fact that your opponent is an experienced trial attorney will put you at a disadvantage. Do you understand that?
I don't understand that.
You understand that you have no right to standby or advisory counsel or co-counsel?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that your pro per, which means representing yourself, privileges may be limited and restricted if you misbehave or eliminated.
Yes, Your Honor.
May be eliminated. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You will be receive no added preparatory time.
Yes, Your Honor.
If you engage in misconduct out of court, your pro per status can be terminated, and then your new attorney might be disadvantaged. Do you understand that?
I didn't hear the first part.
If you engage in any misconduct outside of the court, your status as a lawyer for yourself could be taken away from you. And if the court appoints a new lawyer for you midway through the case, then your new lawyer may be at a disadvantage. You understand that?
I don't understand what's the misconduct.
Well,
What would that be?
a variety of things.
Is there like a list I can look at?
Disrespecting the court for one, not complying with court rules for two, speaking out when you're not supposed to be speaking out. Any number of things that lawyers are expected to know, you will be expected to know, and you'll be expected to know what misconduct is. There are law libraries where you can look into that. So do you understand that if, now I'll ask you again, if you engage in misconduct in or out of court, your pro per status can be terminated and your new lawyer would be at a disadvantage. Do you understand that?
So exercising my rights and utilizing the Constitution won't be looked at as misconduct, right? I don't understand.
Questions in advance. Do you understand the question or not?
Yeah, I don't understand the misconduct part.
All right. Do you understand the nature of the charges?
I don't understand the nature of the charges brought against me.
Can't allow you to represent yourself. I'm going to refer you to the public defender's office.
Isn't that practicing law from the bench?
Thank you.
Volume 4, Section 7, Corpus Juris Secundum. Only wards of the state,
Okay, go ahead and have a seat.
people that are insane, can only have to have a lawyer. Why do I need one? That doesn't make any sense.
Go ahead and wait outside.
For the record, the judge is practicing law from the bench. Isn't that a violation against the Constitution?
No, because you have to know certain things, and you have to say yes to certain things when he asks you this
I have a
question.
constitutional right, as long as I'm competent, I have a constitutional right to represent myself. That's
Only,
in the Constitution.
only if you understand the charges against you.
No,
and
it's
you-
not only if I understand the charges. He has to prove. The accuser, the burden of proof is on the accuser. It's not on me. So if that man steals from me, I have to prove that he's stealing from me.
They do.
The proof isn't on me. It's on you.
No, it's not on me,
Yes,
it's on
it
the
is.
prosecutor.
Yes, it's on the prosecutor and the judge.
Right.
Correct. Correct.
The prosecutor has to prove the case against you
So I do
beyond
not
a
want to.
reasonable
I do
doubt.
not consent.
Well,
I do not
it's too
consent.
bad, sir, that's, it's not something
I
that you
do
can choose.
not consent. This is a violation of my constitutional rights. Now
So
we're
assuming you
borderline
want to
on a
plead not
lawsuit.
guilty.
I'm not making any plea. I never
Well,
said
we're
I
gonna
wanted to
plead you not
plead.
guilty, and we'll set up an
I
another
never
date.
said you're practicing law from the bench. You
If
can't
if
do that.
You can leave if you,
You
want,
can
but a
do a
warrant's gonna issue
you can
for
do
your
a
arrest.
psychological test on me to prove that I'm competent. And if it proves I'm competent, you're in big trouble.
All right. Let's go ahead and have a seat in court and call your case.
They might not know. I'm not sure how fast.
Thank you.
People versus Alfonso Michael Mizuraka, case number 6CJ 12316, also 4WA02018. Mr. Mizuraka is present in court as custody. He's being represented by Ms. Redmond. Does he qualify?
He does.
Public Defender's Office is appointed. Sir, at the conclusion of these proceedings, this court will order you to pay all or a portion of the cost of counsel, subject to your ability to pay.
I do not consent.
Is entered. Pre-trial is set for September 7th, 2016 at 8:30 a.m. That's going to be in Department 54. That's day 21 of 45. Last day is October 3rd. 90th day is November 15, 2016. In case 4WA02018, probation is summarily revoked. Probation violation committee study will be in Department 54 on September 7th, 2016. Defendant is released ORs to both cases. All parties ordered to appear, including the defendant, on September 7th, 2016 in Department 54 at 8:30 a.m. Thank you.
For the record, for the court, I do not consent to this. The judge is practicing law from the bench. Federal court. So you all witnessed how in a courtroom, like I said before, that you never want to understand the natures and the charges that are brought against you. You never want to understand, because that's how they establish authority and jurisdiction over you. Now, what you witnessed was a judge getting upset because I was challenging his authority, so he decided I wasn't competent to represent myself, so he appointed a court-appointed attorney for me. But here's the thing, it's our constitutional right to represent ourselves pro se or improper, okay? So it is your right to do that. And the only way the judge can revoke that right is if you're a ward of the state or you're incompetent. In order to prove you're incompetent, they have to bring a psychologist in. They can't just, the judge just can't say that. So what they did was, they tried to say I was incompetent, right? Because I didn't understand the nature and of the charges that brought against me. So they brought in a court-appointed attorney where I immediately, on record, I fired her. And just to make note, you also witnessed a judge, he got up and left the bench, okay? Which he's not supposed to do during a court proceeding while he's in the middle of a case. So he automatically gave up his authority when he got up and left the courtroom. Okay, it'd be no different as I got up and left the courtroom. They would automatically issue a warrant, a bench warrant. So there's a few things going on right now. I'm going to go over to the federal court and see what type of suit I can bring against them.